Hello everybody, and today we're doing something in the spirit of trains. That's right. Um, I've been doing a lot of we're actually still there we go. I thought yesterday, since I did a stream on a early access game that I've been playing a lot, I thought I would do yet another um, early access game that I've been playing a lot, which is Train Fever. It's not very popular. It's not a game that a lot of people play, but it's something that I've been playing recently, and it's pretty fun. It's kind of like a made in the. It's kind of like the grandchild of or the next generation of basically like a railroad tycoon. Um, it's very fun. It can be mundane and slow at times, I will admit. It can be very boring at times, but it can also be kind of fun, and it's one of those games that you can sit back, relax, take your time, because this is more like even though it says Train Fever, it's also a bit of a more like a transportation tycoon type game, where you not only deal with the trains, but the ways to get people to the train. Train makes you the most money, but there's other stuff to make money too. Like one of the we'll start up a map here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we're going to start a new game in Europe. We're going to go with a large world size. We're going to go with a rather flat terrain for now. We're going to start in the earliest time, the 1850s, and there's a seed. So if anyone else wants to play this game that's watching this video now or in the future, that's the seed you can type in, and you'll get the exact same world in the kind of like the spiritual successor of Minecraft, 'cause everyone seems to be doing that. So, with all we got here, we're going to start. It's going to build the world for us. It's all procedurally generated, so it's going to be brand spanking new. It's never the same map. I've never gotten the same map twice. So we will just let it do its thing for the next few moments here. Oh, here we go. Generating terrain. Now, one thing you can do in this game is, as you can see right here actually, ship cargo around from town to town to town, from you know not only town to town but from business to business. There's three different. They run the RCI, the residential, commercial, and industrial things around as well. So you'll notice that as the map progresses, certain towns will be better at industry than commercial, but they'll want you to ship their commercial products from the industrial sites. Certain areas will be more residential, so they'll want you to ship stuff back and forth. But to do all that, you need to gain an infrastructure of shipping as well, right? So you can go the shipping route, where it's lots of short term at the beginning of the game. You don't make much money, but long term you do. Or you can deal with people. That's usually the way I go, which is just sheer people, move people around, and then slowly build up the industry around you. And we'll see once it loads up what I'm talking about here. 70%, creating towns, initializing simulation. I will admit, this is definitely one of those games that it takes a little while to get used to. Later on, when you're running multiple trains on multiple pieces of track, you have to worry about switches and crossings and a whole bunch of other stuff. But on the bright side, this is a very pretty game. It's very nice looking. It does take a little while to load, though. I'm running everything on max, so there we go. Train Fever. Welcome to Train Fever. Before you start building your transport empire, it's worthwhile to get an overall view of the camera navigation, blah blah blah, WASD, etc., etc. Right click moves everything around. Zoom in and out by with the arrow or with your scroll wheel. So this is our world. You'll notice it is huge. We're currently playing right now. Let's pause it before we pick our location here. So you'll see that everything gets designed. Like for example, oh, zoomed in a little too far here. So this is a steel mill. So it requires coal and I'm going to assume that's coal and iron, and its product is it's just generic icon basically. And the max it'll produce is 25. So we can look around here going, okay, well, there's an oil refinery, so we know that produces oil. Here is a coal mine. Here up over here is an iron ore mine. So theoretically, if we wanted to do the I guess you'd say that the industry part of the game first. Here's another iron ore mine down here. It would be to get basically trucks from there to ship into, say, Cecilton, the town here. Have a train that runs from Cecilton to Bulwell, and then have trucks on Bulwell, wherever we decide to set up the trucks, to then run into the steel mill. That creates, obviously, steel. And then usually the industry is what demands the steel. So we'll So first thing we'll do is we'll hit the little industry button. This shows you all the different industries that are around the map, right? All the different things that I was clicking on earlier, like Barnstable, whatever. Forest produces, strangely enough, wood. You'll notice that it just says generic goods. Goods are then used by residential and commercial, depending on the town, basically. It's kind of one of those funny things, like if you look at the oil refineries, they request oil and produce goods. Goods are then put into the town, right? People want it. If we go to, let's show our high towns. That's our vehicles. That's our finances. It might be this button right here. Contour lines. That just shows you basically like a topographical map. Land use. It shows. Oh, here we go. Land use. That's what we wanted. Cargo. With it, you'll see there's a couple things up here. There we go. We'll zoom. We'll move up. This means that currently this lumber, or this forest, basically the lumberjack place, is cutting down wood and sending them down this road, right here, and probably to. Interesting. I don't know what's requesting wood around here. Most towns have been separated. There's the odd road, like the one from Cecilton here to Bishop's Waltham. Mostly, you can tell the probably the name generator's English. But you'll see, it's probably just going into town. But it shows you basically the directions things are being shipped, which helps long term because you'll see where things are going and you know where to send your trucks. With that too, there was land use. Turn off cargo. So, first off, the darker, the brighter the color, the more it's worth. The darker the color, the less it's worth. And then you're broken up into your 4 different colors. Leisure, which is yellow, which is the way people sit back and relax. So you'll see that, like, there's parks. I don't know why these 2 buildings are classified as leisure. Green is residential, so you'll see here, like, all the stuff on the outside here is not worth much, but in the downtown area is. And then blue is industrial. So it's the opposite of what it is in, like, SimCity and in most city building games. I don't know why, but that's the way it is. And then red is commercial. So what you want to do, usually, is start off with 3 towns. So we're going to look at 3 towns here. We don't really want to go with these 3, maybe, because of that river. We might want to go with these 3. Cecilton, Bishops with him, and West Mercia. Because you want at least one big city in your original group of 3. Mitcham's not bad. Pentwortham's pretty big. Boswell's pretty big. We might want to use these 3. There is some hills in the middle here. So we look at the topograph of the map here. We have this big hill up here. But we do have some industry that we can work off later on. We have a coal mine there. Mitcham has a lot of resident or lot of industry. Pottsworth, mostly industry and residential. And then Bullswell has mostly industry as well. It's kind of 50-50 between industry and whatever. Most of these towns that I'm looking at, they're very industry heavy. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll start near the bottom here. We'll go with these three cities. Mitcham, Penwortham, and Bulwell. We will start with... Let's start with... We want something that's got a very distinct main drag, like a main road going down the center of it. Mitcham would be pretty good because it's kind of got like an X going for it. Except each road kind of dead ends. We don't want that. What we're actually going to do is we're going to start off with in Penwortham for our first town. Well, actually, we're going to start in all three, technically. You're probably trying to figure out how do we start in all three, right? Well, the game is Train Fever, but one of the main parts of the game is getting people to the trains. It's a very big deal. So what you have to do, you'll see there's two options up here. First one is tracks. Second one is roads. Now, for roads, it's just as it is. It's the actual roads, right, that you actually deal with. So you can click the button and see the different types of roads that you can build. Because you also can kind of artificially modify the towns that you're in. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to do just that. Now you click and drag what you want to build. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do a quick little thing here. We're going to modify the town a little. Oh. Modify some roads here. There we go. So, probably trying to figure out why am I doing that. Well, we're going to build some bus stations. Small one at first, because what we want to do is this main road here is actually where we want to build our first train station. So we want our main bus station across from that train station. So we're going to build our first train station here, or a bus station here, and then we're going to build our bus stops. So what we want to look at is how can we get the people from the residential areas, A, to work in the industrial area in the north part of town here, and B, into the business area and then the leisure area. So if we start down here, we're going to go right about, because you can see people walking, right? We're going to go right at the end of this street right here. And I just realized I put that on the wrong side of the road. Because everything's just like it is here in North America. Cars on the right. So we're going to go one just before this intersection. One just after this one as well. One downtown. One right here, where we're just kind of on the outskirts of downtown. One right, and we'll go right here. Now what we're going to want to do is try and figure out how can we loop this back a little bit. So we can go to the right and kind of do a wide loop around town and then cut across ourselves. Or we can cut left really quick and easy. I'm thinking... Because we want something that's going to make us a lot of money short term, because we want to pay down... we'll get into the money thing next, but basically with the money we have, which is in the top left-hand corner here, we want to pay down our debt. Because you pay a high amount of interest on debt, and you really want to get rid of it. You know what? There's lots of residential to our right. So what we're going to do We're actually going to place another stop here. Another one right in the middle of this residential. Another one right in the middle of this area. And later on, what I'm thinking of doing is putting a nice east-west line going on. So this could be our northwest line. We're going to put another one right right there. Another one right here. Another. You have to remember later on, right? You're gonna have to design and modify these. So, question is, do we want to go immediately to our left, and then to our right, and then cut in? You know what? We're gonna go here, and then there. So we're basically gonna force everyone in the middle here in this large area to either go to the left or to the right. You know what? No, it's not a bad idea. Or a good idea. Because A, that's on the wrong side of the road. And B, there's more people in the center, right in this area here, than there is out here. So we're actually going to put this puppy right there. That's good. So next what you got to do is have the game freeze up a little bit. Is get a depot. A depot is used to store your vehicles and where you purchase your vehicles from and set your lines. So we need a bus depot. You can also get, right below that is a tram depot, which is something you do later on. So we don't have the money for that. So now to buy a vehicle, quite simple. You click on the depot. Let's buy road vehicles. Well, before we wanted to do that, we want to set ourselves a line. A line is basically your line of, you know, what your vehicles are going to do. So we're going to go. Oh, we want to set a line, which is this button right down here. Go, new line. So you see, first off, well, let's get this thing out of here. So we have this little pop-up here, line 1. So we're going to add station. Click the first station we start at. God damn it. New line. There we go. No, it should automatically start us with it. Oh, there we go. Add station. Sorry, I unclicked it. So we go to our very first, our main hub, right? Which is going to be this bus station. Then we're going to go and design. And you see when you zoom in the direction that our little vehicle is going to go in. So we're going to click this. We're going to click this, and it shows you what routes it'll take. We're going to go there. Then 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 there. Then there. And then there. So total, we have 13 stops. So we're going to need multiple vehicles. So now that we have that one done, I usually hit finances just so I can see how much money I'm making off this one specific line at the beginning. So now what we're going to do is, now that we've created our line, actually we can close this out because it'll show you what your balance is. We can buy a road vehicle. I would say, since we're dealing mostly with people at the beginning, we buy at least 4 vehicles. They're at 20 grand each, and it kind of shows you here how many passengers it holds, too much how long you can build it for. You can build it for till 1900. We're playing it in 1850 right now. How fast it goes, which is 18 kilometers an hour. How much power it would use, which is 2 kilowatts. I don't know why it would be using 2 kilowatts. It's a horse-drawn carriage, but I don't know. It costs 6 grand a year. So after a couple years, it kind of gets up there. Its average lifespan is 15 years, and its loading speed is 1. I haven't quite figured out what that means, because usually it hits one of the stops, and everyone just gets in and out. So we're going to buy 4 of them, as I said. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Yep. Close that out. So now we're actually going to set line all, line 1. So every single one of our 4 vehicles right now are all now on our first line. We can close it the screen. We can actually, is it this button here? Or is it this one here? So this one generally shows you A, what the population is, how many shopping facilities they have, how many jobs overall they have, and how many leisure facilities they have. So you can use this screen at the beginning if you want to get the place with the most population and all that stuff. I like to start with a town that's it's okay, but it's situated properly. So then I also forgot about this screen altogether. So with that in mind, we're going to also open up. There we go. Okay. So what we're going to want to do is wait for this screen. So the reason why I set this up the way it is, this shows all 4 vehicles on our current line. This shows how much money we're making and things like that. So now I'm trying to remember. There is a button that will show us all the different. There we go. So those are all our stops. So what you want to do, it's the way I do it at the beginning, is I set up kind of my own little thing here on the side, just so I know things are doing good and I'm making money. So we're going to start. We're going to hit play. And we should start seeing we're going to follow this little carriage for a little bit. So right now, you'll see that it says on St. John's Road here on the left, we have 1 person as a cargo. So they shouldn't wait till it's full. Yep, there we go. And there we go, we got our first little ding for money for the first month. So what will happen is they're going to go. Here's number 3, and then number 4 is just getting out. They'll slowly pace themselves out over time. They'll slowly kind of move out. This first one is always going to be the slowest. So we're actually going to speed up time a little bit here. Because we already have people waiting. We got 14 people waiting at Church Road, 15 people waiting at St. John's Road. Now, oh shit, I thought 15 was the max, but apparently not. So look at all the people waiting. And look at that, we picked up our 5 people already. We're actually filled up. So this is kind of a little thing where it shows everyone's getting used up quite a bit. Now that one's filled up as well. So you'll see that also, as we zoom out here, every stop that has people, it has one, like a little yellow person beside it. And when you make money, which is right there, we made 1.4K. We basically just paid off, and now on road vehicle number 3, we are now making $20,000. We're now making $20 after we paid off everything. Now we're at $665. So you'll notice that over time, and quite quickly, you can actually end up paying off your vehicles and building up your own little transportation empire just from this alone. I'm waiting for multiplayer because my plan would be to actually work out with someone. Person A runs all the trains and person B does all the buses and trams and all that stuff. Because later on you can upgrade your towns and your streets and stuff. You'll see that this building right here in front of us just upgraded because people are going to it. The more customers and all that stuff these businesses get, the more people drop off, the more people that spend money at them, the better they do, and the better the town does. It's actually quite the nice little game that you can get going, where you can. Some games I haven't even built trains. I've actually just done this, and I've had vehicles and buses, like high-end buses, going from town to town instead of trains. I upgraded roads and everything. It was one of those games where it was just, it's completely open, completely sandbox. You can do whatever you want. You'll notice that right here, though, there's a problem where our 4th road vehicle is not making money. There we go. It's now making money. So what I like to do is I don't like paying interest on certain things. So right now, we currently have a loan of $3 million out of the $2.8 million that we have. We're paying back it'll show us right now. I mean, right now we're 174,000 in the hole. So at the beginning, you want to get as much money as you can from this. While at the same time, best way to put it is to pay off your debt. So we're going to wait till we turn green. We start making money here. So we're going to fast forward a little bit. And we'll watch our little roads here. Like, so you'll see more and more places are showing up. We're making quite a nice little bit of scratch. We spent $600. Wow, we spent a lot of money just bulldozing shit. Our first year is almost up. Game goes by real fast. Our next month, sorry, is almost up. And there we go. So there we go. So overall, we lost 200 grand in our first month, which isn't that bad because we're slowly working. All our vehicles are making money. But what I'm seeing here is that there's a lot of people waiting. So what we're going to do, so we're going to pause here real quick. We're actually going to get 3 more vehicles. 1, 2, 3. We're going to set them all to line 1. So now what should happen is this should now start spreading things out. What will happen then is once we've made enough money and once we've circulated things around a little bit, we'll open up another line going east to west. So we're going to scroll this down a little bit, move this down a little bit, and on pause and go to max speed again. And watch to see, because basically one of the things is people are not going to stop at your bus stops, I guess we can call them, or carriage stops. Mainly because if they can't, they'll just walk. If there's too long of a wait time. So really. So right now we're losing money on our first 3, which isn't that bad of a deal. It's okay. Almost lost a grain on all 3, but that's okay. Because we're actually making more money on 1 vehicle alone than on those 3. So, over time, we'll make our money back. No problem, say it right there. Truck number 5. We'll actually put these in order here. No, I won't do it on order, what the hell? It'll do it that way. Oh, there we go. So right now, the only one we're losing money on now is vehicle number 7. It's not bad. So, like I said, this game can be kind of be boring at the beginning. But once you start making money like we are right now, we're laughing. So we're now making money on all 7 vehicles, right? We're at full speed. What we want to do is let this go for a little bit. So we have 3 million in basically debt. So what we want to do now, because we now have Penworthsham all set up. So now what we want to do? Well, do we want to set up Bulwell? Do we want to set up Mitcham? I would say let's set up actually, let's wait till this next month's over first before we or the next year, sorry. So we're on, hey, we're almost on my birthday. October 18th, right there. Boom, my birthday. Now my birthday's gone. Now we're almost in November. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to watch this for a second, verify, make sure everything's going good. So the stream itself is only going to be about an hour. I'm going to stream some more stuff a little later. Because it's kind of early, it's only 5 o'clock, so Eastern Standard, that is. Okay. Because we want to make sure that we're actually making money. So December's almost over. Once December's over, we're going to see. It's saying right now we lost 185 grand. So right now, we've lost, as of this month, 2,500 from expenses. It's not bad. So we're going to let it go for a little bit and see how much money we made. And then once that turns green, we know we're making money, we're going to start paying back our loans. So last month alone, so every month so far, we have paid $30,000 in loan debt. As I said, paying off loans sucks. We made 114 grand. So one of the things you want to do at the beginning of the game is pay off your loans ASAP. So actually that's what we're going to do right now. So we're actually going to pay off all the loan we can right now. So right now we only have 200 grand left. So, which isn't that bad, because what'll happen is if you pay down your loans now, later on when you actually need them and you're not actually making money, you can actually pull that in if you have a big expense, like if you're actually building a massive train, for example. So we're at almost 20 grand now. So it's a bit, like I said, it's a bit of a grind at the beginning. It's kind of a pain in the ass. But in the end, at the beginning when you do a lot of grinding and a lot of wasting time and a lot of things like this, it pays off in the end. So we're at 25 grand now. Everyone's making money. Everyone's made, 11 grand minimum. Oh, no. Vehicle 7 there has only made 7. The thing here is, as we're also upgrading the buildings. So you see, actually, a lot of these buildings have actually upgraded quite a bit, actually. Wow. And I think 7 vehicles is enough. 6 probably would have been good, but oh well. And you'll see that the town expanded right here. It actually built up this road all on its own. That's pretty good. And when the town grows, it'll actually just grow suddenly. It'll just all of a sudden throw a road out, kind of like how it is right here. This road will just, like a road like this would show up, and then there's buildings would show up on it. With construction work. I think I saw something going on here earlier. Nope, not yet. So, let's think right now what we're going to do with Bulba. Bulba, I've decided, is our next idea, right? So right now, all the residential is in the west and in the north. So what we could do, along whatever this street is right here in the middle, we can start off by putting our main terminal down here by this industrial area. And then, and the main reason is because the train in the other town is going east-west. So we want the place going here east-west. Or we might want to put it, actually, oh, our year's over. We made 64 grand last month, or last year. Pretty good. We're 2 grand in the hole, and we've already started making money. We only paid 2 grand in expenses for our loan, so we already reduced the amount we're paying back every year. So it's pretty good. We're almost at 100 grand to pay back the next section of the loan, and then pretty much after that we can start thinking about expanding very, very fast. So one of the things we have to think of is, where are we going to put our depot for our buses? Because that's where we're going to put our train later on down the road. So there's 2 options. One, this road right here that kind of sticks out by these buildings here, by this industrial building. We could just expand that road north up to here, and then connect our train, which could then just run past that street, and kind of come from over there, which will then open up a quick north-south to go up to Mitcham. And Mitchams can go east-west at the south end of town, and then have the other one kind of run kitty corner maybe to this road, and then loop over a little bit maybe. So one thing about this game that I really like is it makes you think long-term and quite a bit. So, oh, holy crap, we've already made 50 grand this year. Jesus. Fuck, we're almost at 200 grand already. So we're going to wait. Once we hit 200 grand, we're paying off our loan. And we're laughing at that point. So what we're going to do, actually, my idea for Bulwell here, but it's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to our first street. We're going to go right here. Nope. And we're just going to go straight across like that. That's good. We're going to get our bus terminal. This kind of opens us up to put a big kind of loop. There was a building over there earlier. Looks like it kind of failed. So what we're going to do is we're going to go like that. Try and get that road to extend a little bit. We're also going to extend this one a tiny bit. So this is the only thing I don't like about this game, is that when you pick a road, oh crap, we don't have enough money for that. When you pick roads like that, it can be a bit of a pain in the ass. So, let's get our first batch of how much are these each? So I will admit, that's one of the few things I don't like about the game. There we go. It doesn't tell you until you look to see what it's going to be to lay things down. We're going to put one here. Another one right here. Another one at the end. At the beginning. There we go. So that's already upgrading right there. Now we're going to go like this. You know what? We're going to do 2 loops on this one. There, 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 and there. We're going to build ourselves that. We're only going to buy ourselves 4 for the moment. Actually, no, we're only going to buy 1. Because we don't have the money for it. Oh, we will in a few months be able to buy 2. 0.4, come on. 14, come on. 19, there we go, 2. Okay. 2 will be good for now, for this town. We're going to set up a new line, which is line 2. And this is going to be in, well, we can close that for now. So it's going to start off in Lower Bulwell. It's going to move its way around town. And there we go. We're going to close that. Set all to line dos. Actually, we're going to buy 1 more. Line 2, perfect. We already got people waiting at the industry to go home, probably, and the residential to. We're just going to close that and just go with line management for now. This will show us which lines are making money in total and which ones are losing money. Which, now that we have it in 2 different towns, is a good thing. Stations here, at this point, will get a little crazy. So always make sure that the town is set, not the amount of passengers waiting. Originally it said a street name. You don't want street name set up. You want town name set up, so you kind of know what's going on. What we're going to do is we're just going to zoom out real quick, and we're going to go back to Penwortham. Just look to see how it's doing. It's making us 114 grand, not bad. Line 2's kind of sucking a little bit here in Bulwell, but it's not bad. It's got it situated in the town. Once you get going and start circulating the people, they become kind of more and more lazy as well. So, but the catch too is if they wait too long, they start walking. Once that kind of starts happening, you kind of start getting screwed. A lot of people are definitely waiting more in Penwortham than in the other town here. So let's take a look to see this Church Road. Oh, right by our right by our main station here. So I will say this, one of the reasons why I build the stations kind of on their own road is because later on when the trains unload, I will tell you now, holy hell, it will be crazy. So we have the second town set up. What I'm going to do let's set up Mitcham now. Because then what we can do is hopefully get at least one train line going before the end of the stream here. So, with that in mind, let's do some modifications here on Mitcham. So Mitcham, we're actually going to use this road that I just did here. So we're going to close that for now. I see the road just built right in front of our eyes. That kind of screwed my plans up a little bit. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Really? I don't have the money to bulldoze this building? It's 80 grand to bulldoze this building. Okay, so I will say this. One thing you should do when you're playing this game, pause when you do certain construction. 400 grand, 55 grand, you know what? We're going to pause. So our train's going to be there. So what we're going to do, we're going to put our tram. No. There. Our bus station there. I don't think I needed to bulldoze that. You know what? I think I may have. See, I want to do that. That might cause a problem there with east-west traffic. We're going to throw in some buses here. So I think we're in a residential area or industrial. Oh no, we're perfect. Okay. So we're going to start. We're going to do it a little differently. Everywhere else it goes kind of clockwise. In this town we're going to go counterclockwise because all the people are here. So we're going to go right here first. Right here second. We're going to go here. Here. No, that's too... They're all too close to one another. Way too close to one another. Let's go there, there, there. And this one's going to go around the outside of town. So next one's going to be the... What? Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, so we're going to unpause. So this is the parts where it kind of hurts early on, where you're kind of fighting for money here. Next one's going to be there. Then we're trying to pick up more people here. There. There. Here. There. Plan is to run this one around the outside of town. There. There. In front of that random house. You know what? We're not going to put one there. Okay, so we're going to pause real quick. The most amount of money we have actually is enough for only one vehicle, so we're actually going to stop that. We're going to wait until we have enough money for at least two. In the meantime, I'm actually going to hit the line button to see, okay, they're both making money. They're both making money. Go new line. You, then you, then you, then you, then you, then you, then you, you, you. Oh, you already know exactly where I'm going. Perfect. When it automatically does that like that, it kind of gives you the... Oh. No. No, I want to remove all of these lines because I screwed up. at 70 grand. We're getting there. So first one is the bus station. Then, there we go. Sometimes I forget about the bus station. There, 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 there. Okay. So we're going to buy 5 for this town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set all to line 3. And we're going to give it a few moments. Town will take a little while probably to... Yep, see, it takes a little bit. Now they're starting to show up people. We're good. Now comes the big deal. Train stations. So train stations each can cost you several hundred grand. So you see this one's already costing us, if we were to put it right here, 75 grand. So our next plan is to build the 3 stations. Then once we have the stations built, we're then going to run the lines. One thing I do later on, I will admit, I'll get clusters of 3 cities, like so these 3, then these 3, for example, and then I'll run lines from, say, Mitcham to Dovercourt, and kind of use it as a midway, and then build another 3 of, say, Ingram, Kirby in Ashfield, Eastwood. Okay, actually no, it'd be Kirby in Ashfield, Saltash, and then Eastwood. And then I'd build another one with Wincannon, Cirencester, and Ingham. Connect them through Kirby and Ingham. But then I would decide, okay, well, out of all of these, which one's going to be the main one? Dovercourt, Ingham, or Kirby and Ashfield. And then sometimes what I'll do is I'll actually connect all 3 by adding just another line, another railway line. Oh, there we go. We're at 73 grand. Oh, 67 grand. Month ended. 71. 74. Come on. 75. 77. There is our first station. So now we move to Bulwell. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to build a station. It's going to be right across from the bus station. It's going to cost us 249 grand. Holy crap. Okay. It's fucking expensive. So in this case, we are actually going to take it alone. So we figured it was 249 there. The question is, how much is it going to cost us here? Well, here there's an actual issue with the road. Here we go. So here it's going to cost us 178 grand. Okay. So we need at least 4 grand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6 will put us to enough to build tracks. That's the reason why you pay off the loans earlier in the game. So we're going to build this track, this station right there. This one we're actually going to do something a little different. We're actually going to build a road first. That goes like so. Try and save us a little bit of money here. Now the reason why I built that road is to actually get around town. Every town has a main connection to another city sometimes. They kind of have them in clusters. This town is one of them. So now what we want to do is actually do that. See, that's one of the few things I don't like about the game. When you destroy a road, it stays elevated. Alright, so now we have our 3 railway stations. So there's 2 things you can do. One, you can just auto line from one town to another and it just auto completes for you. Or you can actually slowly build out the line yourself, which is what we're going to do. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go from Midham to Pensworth or whatever it is. So we're going to go like so. So railway tracks, very, very expensive, so we're already run out of money. So because I'm kind of rushing this because I want to get the stream through, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we borrowed another 700 grand. Okay. Go. Come on. I will admit, setting up roads, bit of a pain, or rail can be a bit of a pain. And always make sure they're lined up, for the record. Now and then they won't line up properly. Then what we want to do is we want to set this one out to go this way, because we have nothing really. Oh, this is going to get a little. Wow, it's going to cost us several million. Oh, okay. Oh my god. So much money. So our hope is that these trains make us a lot of money because we're taking out more loan. 2, 3. You know what? We're going to put ourselves at $3 million in loans. Basically, we're going to start back to where we were. Oh, there's going to be a bridge there. Bridges are really expensive. But it could be worse. So now we're just going to click and hold here. So there is one big problem I have in this game, and I will admit it right now. This is the main one. The game has a tendency of not liking terrain all that great. And you want to keep things straight as best you can. Are you shitting me? I have to take in more money? Damn. Okay, we're going with $5 million in loans here, just so we can get this one track done in time. Let's try and get... Let's get these connected. Boom. Okay. So now all our rail is connected. It's not the most pretty thing in the world, but at least it's done. So now what we're going to do is we have to build a train. We have to decide where our main station is going to be. I already decided it was going to be in Mitcham. So with that in mind, we're going to build... Why are you not... Ha! Okay, so the train depot won't... We'll say this now, the train depots can be a bit of a pain in the ass, we'll say. Oh, there we go. That was retarded. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy ourselves a train. You also have to buy. Here's the best part: all the parts with it too. So we're gonna buy obviously the train, but with that train, we're gonna buy 5 passenger carts. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just trying to think if we should buy another. Nope, 5 should be enough for now. You always send the train back in and get it repaired. So no, we have no lines for the train yet, but we're going to do that right now. So we're going to do the same thing as we did for the vehicles. We're going to do it for here. So we're going to go new line. Boom. It's going to be train station. Click that train station. And click this one. Now we should see perfect. Once the line auto completes like that, you want to make sure that everything says it's going in the right direction here. Because that'll show you if you have any issues. And you also want to trade this, so at least if it's full load. Well, actually, you know what? No, we'll go load if any for now. Full load you'll want to do later on. Then we want to close that out. Close that for the moment. Set line all. You're going on the line 4, and we unpause the game. And it merely costs us 17 grand just to turn the damn thing on. And this will take a while, I will admit. For things to go in there. I don't think there's anyone waiting. There's no one waiting at that one yet, and there's no one waiting at that one. But now that you have the connection to the 3 towns, they are actually going to use it. But I will admit, it will take a long fucking time. In the meantime, we're going to pay down 2 grand of our money here. Because right now, all our money is going to be being made by those buses until the train is making money for us. Which, I will say this now, may take a while. May take a very long while. But, fingers crossed. Every time we hit 100 grand, we pay down a grand in our, oh, yeah, we're paying, yeah, we're, ouch. All of that. We already got someone waiting here. Yeah, 3 people are waiting. We're at 56 grand. Why didn't, wait. Missed one person. So how many people are on you right now? So it can hold a total of 30 passengers, which isn't bad. I think it's 5 people per. And that's not so bad, actually. How many people are waiting? There's now 6 people waiting, so that's not bad. Oh, there's people waiting at this one, too. There's 10 people waiting, so this one actually might fill up. We're at 44 grand. Once this delivers, you'll just see. People will pay out the ass to go from one town to another. Later on, what we'll do is we'll actually upgrade the train into the point where it'll have 8 or 9 passenger vehicles. And why are you taking so long? Chugga, 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 chugga. Cost me 17 grand just to run you. Fucking expensive. So we're 18 grand in the hole now. After expenses. So we're kind of we're kind of broke right now. 2 grand, 33 grand. We just made 9 grand. Not bad. Choo choo to you too. So this one has 16 now. So you'll notice that as time goes on, the train will actually slowly do better and better and better. I've noticed that it usually takes a good two full circles around like a little mini thing here, and you'll be doing fine. We're 17 grand right now in the red. Damn, things running 40k an hour. So it costs us 16 grand again. So it's 189 right now in the hole, which gonna kind of hurt, but you know it'll take a little while to, like I said, to turn us a profit. Once it's getting completely full, then it starts making money. Quite well, actually. So we're almost at the next town. Ow, that's my foot. Take a little sip of my drink. I'll zoom out real quick. Actually, we'll go. Wow, there's a lot of people waiting at this next one. 31 people. So now, this is what we do. We now pause real quick. Initially, we had it set so that the line was load if available. Now it's fully load. Only leave if you have a full load. So we're going back to the train here. And then what will happen is once he's going around a few times, so right now he's 190 in the hole. And I keep hitting the space bar. Boom. Made us 102 grand for a half load. It's now fully loaded. Oh. So it's now fully loaded for us. Just kind of move this right here. And it's just a quick hop over to the next town. So this is where you kind of get a little excited, where you're like, wow, we're now 32 grand in the green. This train, once it hits our next town, we're making easy 200 grand. And you start paying your loans off very, very fast. So it's running at wow. It's running 39 kilometers an hour. This is even one of the faster ones. This is quite the slow little guy. He's running at 40. So we're 2 grand in the hole. So much for this year. Now we're 1.8 grand. Oh, jeez. Pretty much at this, once you get to a certain point in the game where you're kind of depending on the trains to make you money, when you go from A to B, and your vehicles within the towns are kind of your go-between. Please tell me. Wow. 49 people. Okay, so here comes the next question. We're at 100. Okay, so we're boom 106 grand. Let's repay that. Now, there's a couple options. We already know a train, which is the next one, because this guy's getting full, and the next town's already, like, the next one's full already. We can buy another train for 201 grand. Pretty much once this other guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we just got an achievement here. Oh, we just unlocked a new vehicle for towns. So basically, what you can do is we can upgrade our vehicles, but we'll wait a little bit. So Bulwell's line 2? Yeah, Bulwell's line 2. If you look at the available time, right now it's 125. Let's add... No, we're 16 grand in the hole again. We're going to have to wait. What we want to do is we want to buy another train. This is going to sound funny, but we want to buy another train. Already. Mainly because if you look, this one's already full. This one's almost at 40 people already. And this station here is at 33. So the stations are already getting massively overused. So we had to think, okay, because we're going to make almost 2 grand here in a second. We just made 180 grand. Train's 201. There goes that idea. But on the bright side, the train is what's making us all the money, right? We need to pay off our loans. So now we pay off that other 100 grand. So right now we're paying 47. The train delivers another batch, and we'll pay off that loan too. I know this game is kind of boring, I will admit. But it's definitely a niche. Like, there's almost 2 full groups for that station there. Catch is, if we took out even... Well, right now we're at 52 there. 40 there. So we're running 2 trains. Yeah, there's almost 30 there already. 2 trains running 30 people each. Wouldn't actually be that bad. Especially with our main station, Penwortham, it's already at 60. So half these people are not getting on the train. It's kind of one of these things where it's, do you want to take out a $2,000 loan and build another train when this guy comes in? Kind of want to, because you know it's going to be able to pay things off real fast. So we're in the green now. We're making lots of money. You know what? That's exactly actually what we're going to do. We're going to take a $1,000 loan. We're going to build another train. Same one. And we're going to put 5... 1, 2, 3... Oh, crap. 3... We're going to take another loan. 3... 4... 5. There we go. So now we have another train set to line 4 as well. Waiting for a free path. Perfect. Okay. So how many people are already waiting here? 50. How are we waiting here? 28. So almost a full load. So now one of the things we're also going to do too. So we're going to go back into line 4 and just say load if available. And I shouldn't hit that button. There we go. Okay, so we're going to unpause. And our next train should be coming out. There it is. Wow, it's already maxed out. Scheiße. Pretty much everyone's leaving Penwortham. Everyone's just leaving. Is there at least 60 people here? Oh yeah, that's gonna be perfect. 38 there. So yeah, so this is basically the way the game works. Get your trains, slowly start working. You can also send your trains to the back to the station here. Actually, what we're gonna do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we just got something. What else just got built here? Oh, a new train. Okay. You can also upgrade your trains, vehicles, and all that stuff. What we're actually going to do, because we're 117 in the hole, is come up with a decision. Because what we actually need to do is move this train depot. So what's going to happen is this train's not going to move until the train's done over here, which is what we wanted. Because the trains can't be on the same route at the same time. What happens is they automatically kind of bounce each other. So they kind of give each other intervals. That's what I wanted to say. There's already 30 people there. This is perfect. The trains are already halfway. By the time this train is done here, it'll already be moving over to the next spot, and he'll be moving. So the key here is to get 2 trains going in a circle, basically, and kind of get them so that neither of them are on the same just the same section. Later on, you'll actually want 3 trains, but I will say this now: at 3 trains, they'll basically just get stuck in a loop. Like each train will just sit at the station; it won't do anything. Later on, you have to get into like signaling and things like that. And I will say this now, forewarning: signaling is hard. It's very hard. And our 2 trains are there and there. Oh, their train's just leaving. So our trains have already made 144 grand. So they've already made 40 grand more than our initial first line. We're going to pay off $1,000. And we're actually going to go pause the game real quick. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to fast forward the game real quick. What we want to do is we'll see how line 2 and line 3 are kind of laxing. We're actually going to get them more vehicles. So line 2, which is right here, my road vehicle, we're actually going to buy it. This thing right. Oh, no, we're not. We're buying it this thing. You know what? We are going to do that in the next live stream for the next one. So we're going to pause it here. We're going to pause it here. We're going to pause it here. Okay, well, we're actually going to let this train deliver us to the next station, and then we shall be over for this live stream. I know it's a shorter one than normal, an hour and 20 minutes or so, but just wanted to do a quick one this afternoon. We're going to have a little bit of a longer one a little later on. Make me some money. Boom, 118 grand. So with that in mind, I'm going to pause it here. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There'll be more videos coming out the remainder of the week. If you're not watching the live stream, but you're watching the recording, thank you for also watching that. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. More videos are on the way. More live streams, etc., etc., etc. There is a patch tomorrow for MechWarrior Online, so there will be a patch review for tomorrow for MechWarrior Online. So anyways, hey Bradford, that's where I grew up. Anyways, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys all next time. That's a horrible song to end on, too. That's loud.